Michelle from Weekend Craft here, and I'm excited to show you the Cricut Joy Xtra. Now, this is the latest machine from Cricut. It has come out in September of 2023. Now, this machine is like the original Joy, but has a bunch of extra features. So today I'm going to walk you through some of the features of this machine, the difference between it and the Cricut Joy. We'll compare it to the Explorer and the Maker. And then I'm also going to show you some of the new materials, the new smart materials that came out for the Xtra. And then at the time of this launch, Cricut also put out some additional new materials that we'll talk about. So let's jump right into this and look at what this machine can do.
The update I am most excited about is that with the Cricut Joy Xtra, you can print then cut. They added a print then cut sensor, meaning you can make stickers on this machine. So with a mat, you can cut up to 8.5 inches wide, or with smart materials, you can cut 9 inches wide by 4 feet. With the Cricut Joy Xtra, they also have a new card mat. So the Cricut Joy has a card mat, but you're limited on what size cards that you can cut. So this machine, you can cut the entire suite of Cricut cards. So making cards with my Cricut Joy is one of my favorite ways to use it. So I was really excited for the expansion of the cards that you can use. Like the Cricut Joy, you can cut matless using smart materials. These materials are specifically made for the Joy Xtra, and they currently have vinyl, iron-on, and smart labels.
Let's talk about the price point of this machine. This machine is $199. Now, there are a few ways to get it discounted. If you are a Cricut Access member, they are doing 10% off machines. So being a Cricut Access member is $9.99 a month, but you'll save $19.99 on your machine. So even if you buy Cricut Access for 1 month, you'll still save $10. If you're thinking about trying Cricut Access, I will put a link for you in the description below. Again, it is a monthly membership from Cricut, but it gives you access to hundreds of thousands of images on Cricut Design Space. So you can use these images to create projects like stickers or vinyl projects, things of that nature. So if you're not designer savvy, you don't want to design your own designs, or don't want to spend a lot of money on Etsy buying singular designs, Cricut Access is something you may want to consider just to try out for your first couple months using the machine. Let's talk about who the Cricut Joy Xtra is for. Now, if you are a beginner at Cricut, you've never owned a machine before, and you're looking for a starting place, this is a great machine to start with. Now, the Cricut Joy, although it is awesome, it does have its limitations. And again, that's with the size of the machine, only being able to cut around 4 inches wide. And also, you cannot do print and cut on that machine, which means you can't do stickers. If you live in a smaller space like an apartment, a small home, or a dorm, this is a great option because you can just put this on your shelf. It's not a big deal to take out every time that you need to use it. It's not as cumbersome as a Maker 3 or an Explorer 3. If you use your Cricut in your workplace or in your classroom, this is a great size that can work in those environments as well. Now, if you are someone who likes to travel and craft, like you're going to those scrapbooking and crop weekends, this is a great option as well because, again, it is so light and travels easy. I would also say if you don't foresee yourself doing large projects or cutting thick materials, if you are more of a paper crafter or a vinyl crafter, this is a a great option for you. But if you want to cut things like wood or chipboard or engrave acrylic, you will want to look into something more of the Cricut Maker or the Cricut Maker 3. Now I will say, if you are a paper crafter and mostly use 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, you may want to think about this, because this only cuts up to 8.5 inches wide. So your materials would either need to be cut down to that size, or you'll have to buy a heavier cardstock that is 8.5 by 11. So here is what comes with your Cricut Joy Xtra. So we have the machine, and if you open it up, you'll see that the blade is already installed. I did have to remove some foam pieces from the front and the back. It comes with the power cord that is going to plug in right into the back of the Cricut, a Cricut Joy marker. Actually, I believe it's a pen. The small weeding tool. You're going to get a user guide that's going to be in this envelope. This will tell you a little bit more about your Cricut machine and how to set it up. And then in the envelope, you'll have warranty information and then a bunch of materials. So there's smart materials. So you have a writable label, some removable vinyl, and some iron-on, along with some transfer paper. Now, I was very surprised that the Cricut Joy does not come with a mat. So if you want to cut anything but smart materials, you'll have to purchase the mat separately. So what are my thoughts about this machine? This is actually the most excited I have been about a new Cricut machine since the launch of the original Maker. I will say, taking it out of the package and setting it up was super easy. Now, I've done a few print and cut projects. I've cut vinyl, I've cut iron-on, and I've made some cards. So overall, the machine is great. The calibration on it, so once you get your machine, unbox it, and you want to do your first print and cut project, make sure that you calibrate it. That went super smoothly. The cuts on the print and cut have been precise, which is an issue that I've had with several of my Cricut machines in the past. So I am excited about the print and cut feature on this, and I might have a controversial opinion here. Now, this machine is great. The Maker 3 is awesome, but it kind of makes me wonder, is there a reason we need the Explore 3 now? If you are looking to purchase a Cricut machine, here are my 2 recommendations that I am now going to give. I think that the choice is in between the Cricut Joy Xtra and the Maker 3. So it's basically, do you want kind of a basic machine that can cut 8.5 inches wide, you still get the print and cut, or do you want a machine that can cut thicker materials and cut up to 12 inches wide? I think those are the only 2 choices now. While I love my Explore 3, it's right here. This has completely changed my mind and my recommendations when I am going to tell people which Cricut is right for them. So overall, I am very impressed, and I see myself reaching for this Cricut pretty often. So I hope this was helpful. I will put some links and references in the descriptions below if you want to learn how to set up your machine, if you want to calibrate your machine, or if you are just looking for a place to purchase your machine. So if you liked this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I will be coming back on this YouTube channel every week and sharing a crafty video with you. Thanks for joining me today.